Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm a little rusty. I'm Daryl at Darzoo on the MakeCode forum. Lizzy.
Oh, me? I'm Lizzy. I'm not on the forum besides the admin account, but I am at MS MakeCode on behind all that on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram.
I'm Richard. At Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon at Shakao on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian at livestream on the MakeCode forums.
And where are we today, Vivian?
We're in my house. This is my house. Welcome all of you. Welcome all of you. I hope you have a good time. We have animal crackers. We have tea.
Daryl's back.
Daryl's
I'm back.
Yeah,
Woo!
Daryl.
Mysterious 3-month disappearance.
And that's why Daryl's driving today.
All right. So let's make a game. I was thinking that a fun game to make might be Loop Hero inspired. Have any of you played Loop Hero?
It's been on my list, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's so
Pokemon?
good. I probably shouldn't.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
You know,
Does it sound like a Pokemon?
Yeah, it sounds like Lucario.
Yeah.
There
I
we
don't know
go.
what the name of the Pokemon is, but it sounds like it.
So the basic idea in a let's say Loop Warrior game
Oh.
is
I thought you were just saying like the name of like a fantasy place.
oh no, there's a specific game
Mhm.
called
Yeah.
Loop Hero that's very good.
And it's like a management thing, right?
Well, I don't even know how to place it. It was honestly like very unique kind of game to me. It's sort of like almost an auto battler idle game and a deck builder and like Carcassonne
Mm.
and base building. It's interesting. So the idea is that there is a the whole world has been destroyed, and you're slowly like remembering more of the world, and you have this little loop that you walk, and then on the loop you like encounter little monsters and you fight them, and you have no control over the little battle itself. It just resolves, and you just keep walking around in a loop. But then you get to make choices in terms of like kind of how you build your character, and you get drops from the enemies. And then you can also place tiles around your loop that sort of remembers more of the world as you go, and that sort of influences how the whole thing goes. It's very interesting. There's also this whole deck mechanic, but let's try something simple. So let's have a loop that we walk around.
By loop, you mean like a literal circle.
A literal circle, yeah.
Not a wild loop.
Not a while loop, yeah. And we walk around and enemies randomly spawn on loop tiles. And you get healed a little bit at the start of each loop.
Does stuff reset? Is it also like time loopy or no?
Yeah, so there's a notion of like each loop sort of progresses time, and then like different things will happen with like time steps. The full game has like days also, so you have like sub loop like progression. But I don't know. We'll start simple.
This would have been good for the time jam.
Oh
Yeah, this would have been could do
That's
some
true.
cool time jam stuff. So let me start with the tile map. How big is our screen again? Is 7 by 8?
10 by
10 by
10 by 8.
10 by 8. Okay, sweet. And since we're just going to be in the void, I'm just going to draw, just the loop here. So let's kind of see if I can make a somewhat interesting loop. And then I don't even know if in the stream I'll be able to like make the hero walk all the way around this.
Let me think. There's got to be an easy way to do this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, A-star, sure.
Okay, easier. What if we put in some tiles that say 1, 2, 3, 4 each of the corners,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just walk it?
So like each type of corner has a different number?
Each
Or
literal corner.
oh. I see. So you like head towards sort of the next corner.
Yep. So we write 10 different tile overlap events.
Mm-hmm.
Each one is when you overlap with tile 1, you go to tile 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm wondering if A star isn't easier.
What does A star do?
It helps you path. You can just say like go from A to B,
Mm.
and it'll just do that.
Hassan's here.
Oh.
We're in stream right now. This is stream.
I'll scoot over so you can join up on the ground.
Do you see any problems with A star?
Oh gosh, I'm like really good at all.
No, it's just tough to implement. But I guess
Well, we can use Joey's A star.
right. Yeah, so you would have to set a wall,
Yeah,
do the path,
and then destroy them all. So if you're yes,
so that'll work fine.
let me try it, and we'll see if A star becomes too tough. Because the nice thing about maybe using A star is that we could change the path in the future and sort of not care.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna wall in our little path, and I'm going to look for. Okay, so one of these tiles I'm going to customize. So I'm going to say, how do I do a new tile?
So if you go to my tiles,
Yes,
and I do a plus,
yes,
and now in the gallery,
right.
and there it goes.
I'm out of practice.
Some of this stuff is relatively new too.
I'm going to do a little campfire. So let's. Oof, how do I draw? Let's do some little stone sort of things, and then I'll add like highlights to those. And let's do kind of like white highlights.
I like it. Not very
I don't know.
cat-like though, so kind of out of.
Yeah, definitely out of my depth here. We'll do some like pink reflection for like flame reflection. I don't know. And then fire, it's got a little bit of blue in the middle, and then you got some orange.
Wait, what are we making?
I'm making a little bonfire.
Oh.
We were just saying it wasn't a cat.
Yeah,
Which is
if it was a cat, this would,
We're actually getting the camp. Like,
a little better.
Oh
no.
Oh man, I don't know. Does that look like a bonfire?
it's good. Let's go with it.
We'll roll with this.
I
It'll
remember
make
that
it a little
Daryl's
better.
always very particular with his art. It's like, it looks great. Like,
Daryl does a lot of detail shading.
Oh yeah, that looks like a fire. I recognize that.
yeah, it totally does.
Excellent. So we have, let's see our simulation run. Here's our little loop. And let's create our hero. Let's call them hero. And we're going to place them on the sort of bonfire. All right. So, for now, I think I will just pick. Well, we have actually these kind of good characters for this.
Yeah, just make sure you choose one that's 16 by 16, which that
Yeah.
was.
This one is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the little shield seems correct.
Mhm.
All right, so we got a hero. Now I want to place them on top of that tile. So I'm going to go to scene and place on top of random hero bonfire. And since we only have one bonfire, that should just work. Great. Now I want to path back to the bonfire. So I'm thinking how to do that. First of all, let me get the A star extension. What is the A star extension called? It is called Arcade.
Richard's cheating.
No.
I gotta help. I mean, come on.
It's very helpful.
Daryl, I bet it's a B star. Stop.
Arcade tile map. An excellent extension by our, long lost.
Our very own Joseph.
My long
Joe.
lost brother.
Yeah. Who could not be with us today?
We'll put a Joey
Joey will
Ghost
return
in.
on
Oh.
tomorrow's stream, probably.
Joey's just off screen to this side.
Joe was actually the cameraman.
And where does it go into?
Goes into scene.
Okay.
So there should be a
Right.
yeah.
Path.
There you
Okay. So we're gonna path.
So I think what you want to do is you want to set a wall underneath us.
Mm-hmm.
then you want to do a path down to the bottom, and then you'll
Mhm.
move up until you overlap, and then you'll path again.
Yes. Okay. What I could do is set a wall for one below me. Wait, can you actually say that again? I think I missed part of it.
Yeah, so you set a wall one below you.
Yeah.
Then you do the path to this one.
To two below me, maybe.
Yes, two below you.
Sure.
Then you get rid of the wall.
Yeah.
And then you, I
Path.
guess when you get there, you can just path to the start.
Yes.
And then start the process over again.
Great. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to name these paths. I'm going to say leg one is going to be up the path from the tile that the hero is currently on. So scene, I'm going to need the extension, aren't I?
You could just do array of all locations and then the first.
Oh, sure, yeah. Array of all fire locations. And
Oh, you
we'll
want
grab the
extension mode.
first.
Oh, yeah.
Get value at 0. Is that the easiest way?
Vivian, are you going to make us both stand up on this stream?
Taller than you.
You guys all like stand in the line.
Oh, we should.
We should.
Before you came.
I feel like I'm probably the shortest. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
Yep, I'm the shortest.
How tall are you?
5'4" and 3/4.
3/4. You're-
Depends on the day. Sometimes it's 5'4.5. Sometimes 5'5".
Yeah, some background on this. Vivian at one point said she was so excited to meet us because she wanted to prove that she was the tallest person on the MakeCode team,
I feel like I'm in the running.
which was
already.
optimistic.
I joined before Hassan, so I thought it was not unreasonable, you know?
I think Hassan probably have you beat.
I don't know how tall Pelly is.
Pelly is tall.
Always quite
Always
tall.
tall.
No.
Might even be like 6'3".
What?
No way.
Not 6'3".
He's at
He's
least
that
he's
tall?
at least my height.
You?
He's at least, if not slightly taller.
You've met Pelly?
Yeah, I want these barbecues.
You went to a barbecue.
You went?
I did. I went to
You guys
one.
didn't?
No.
Like,
You went?
I was always at
No,
No.
but
I guess you would know. You
I went
went.
after
right.
training. It was like 7 p.m. when I showed up.
Mhm.
7:30.
How tall is Tom?
Not that tall.
5'10".
Not
Yeah.
that tall.
About my about my height.
No, Lizzy, stop it. I'm 6'7".
See, our streams are usually more on.
A little more focused.
Yeah.
What? No, they're not. Well,
That's true.
So I have the 3 locations I care about. Fire location, bottom of fire location, bottom of fire location. So I think what I'm going to do first is set the wall. I think I can do that in scene. Set wall on at location under the fire. Then we're going to path from fire to 2 under the fire. So there. And then we're going to set the wall off. And then we're going to path leg 2 from
Location bottom of.
right location bottom of fire.
Not
No, sorry, it's bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bottom.
That was my bad.
Bottom back to fire. And so we want to walk around in this loop. And so I'm figuring out what the path is. And so we're using this path from block. And the first place we're going to path from is from the character to 2 tiles below them.
Okay.
And we're just going to have this restriction that the fire has to have 2 tiles straight below it
Okay.
on the path. And so we're going to path that way, except that, of course, the algorithm's going to want to go straight down. So to fool the algorithm, I'm going to set the wall on directly below the player. So now this is blocked, and the player has to walk all the way down here to path. And we're going to remember that path, and that path's never going to change until, the whole map changes.
Okay.
And then we remove the wall right here, and then we figure out the path from under to the fire. And those 2 paths together should give you kind of the whole thing you need. So let's try it out. So I'm going to create these paths, and then I'm going to have my sprite follow the path. So I think under scene, I can say sprite follow path. So let's try this. So let's have the hero follow leg 1, and let's just see what happens.
I don't know if it oh yeah, this will work fine.
Whoa.
Woo! We're looping.
Ooh. Yeah.
And it should stop there. Yep. Okay, so great. So we're going to want that. And the other thing we're going to want is when the player completes path
I'm wondering if our paths
at location.
arrays, could you possibly just like merge these two?
They are just arrays, and
Yeah.
you can just merge these two.
Whoa, really?
Yep.
So I can just say
We don't have to,
array.
you have to do a for loop and then like an insert value.
We don't have join?
No.
Yes, I can do that. So, okay, so leg 1. So I will just say for each element, well, so let's get leg 2. So for each element of leg 2, we want to take our first one and add to end. So we're gonna say leg 1, add the value from leg
Yeah.
2.
Let's just see if this works.
And let's see if this works.
Because
Alright.
I'm worried that it's going to pause.
Oh,
We'll see.
Don't be worried, Richard.
Can't help it.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, we're all good.
look at that path. That's a nice path. Okay, so yes, that's a loop. So we have when the player completes a path, now we know that that unambiguously is, kind of our main path. All right, great. Let's have a loop counter. I think that, oh, actually, let's just use score for now. We're going to change score by 1, and we're going to start the loop again. I think at some point we'll refactor this to a start loop code. But let's just, I'm going to make this a little faster so that, nope.
Maybe put it in a variable so we can tweak it.
Yeah. The speed, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, right, we could do a variable, or I can just say, start loop.
Oh, okay.
And this we'll put this in here. We'll get rid of this, and then we'll call start loop at the beginning. And when we kind of end the loop there. And now there's only one place that this speed is being set. So for debug purposes, I'm going to make this 3 times faster.
Whoa.
Great. Okay. Yeah, getting points. All right, that's the game.
So good.
Thanks
at
for
this.
watching, folks. Excellent. So now I think what we want to do is at the start of every loop, we want to maybe spawn some enemies. And then when you run into an enemy, you do that little combat. And the idea is you want to make it, survive each loop. And you can make the loop harder for yourself by placing things that spawn more enemies, but you'll get better loot. And then you'll do better on the next loop. There's all kinds of little tensions you can get. But to do simple, let's spawn some enemies. So I think on start loop, so the way I think it could make sense to do this is for every location on the loop, every regular location, we have some % chance of spawning an enemy there. And so you might get unlucky sometimes, but that's kind of part of the game. So let's say you have a 10% chance to spawn an enemy.
That's pretty high.
That's kind of high. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, let's create I'm going to say blob.
Vivian's telling me to get good.
Type enemy. Yes. Okay.
Making a jelly?
Making a jelly.
Yes.
Let's. Okay. So.
Oh, we have our resident jelly expert here.
Oh, is that Shannon?
Shannon, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard was the jelly expert.
Well, you do slime so well.
Man, I don't really.
We could have passed
Yeah,
everybody
you're
the
doing
mic.
Oh yeah, I should have done that.
Oh,
The mic that's not connected to
Yeah,
anything.
I'm gonna want a little highlight
All
here,
about the illusion.
and maybe a little darker underneath, and then a little kind of bright spot.
Oh, it's got an eyeball.
Is that a? It's It's a jelly.
It's good. You should fill it in though.
Well, I actually kind of wanted a semi-translucent jelly.
Oh.
So maybe I'll dither some transparency in here. Yeah.
I like it.
It's a little lopsided.
We have a suggestion from chat.
What do we
that the enemy should come in with a poof.
With a poof. Yeah,
Ooh.
we can do some particle effect poof.
We also have we have a good proof in the gallery for the animations now.
Nice.
It's a Metroid.
Oh yeah, I should use some animation stuff. Okay, so let's place this guy, sprite on tile. Place my sprite on top of. So we'll place the blob on top of this location that we determined. So, okay, we got 2 blobs there, and we go around again, got more blobs,
Yeah.
and go around again, and I think there was only 1 more blob.
Well, that's probably overlapping.
Filling in.
Oh, yeah,
Nice. Okay, so this is great.
Whoa.
All right, so thinking about this, I think we can slow this down now. Let's go back to 50. We want to do an overlap. Oh, we also want them, right, we want them to start with a poof. So you're saying in the gallery, I can find a poof?
Yeah. So if we go up, down a little bit. Let's see.
This one?
These guys.
Not that one. The one what I was thinking of. That one. Yeah.
This one. All right, little explosion-y poof. Great. So let's animate blob. And what interval do we want?
Wow, it's such a thing to be able to point at the screen in person.
Yeah, man. Let's do 100. Let's not loop that. And let's set the last frame to my blob. Is that still the easiest way to?
Yep.
Okay, so Control A, Control C, select everything, go into the animation, add 1 more frame, Control V. Great. Now we got our little blob, and you know that thing doesn't really.
Oh,
That likes like great
good.
changes.
I love it. Good suggestion from
Unsigned Arduino.
Unsigned Arduino. All right, so let's have some overlap events. So, oops, not created. On sprite of kind player overlaps other sprite of kind enemy. We want to do a few things. One thing is we need to stop the walking. So how do I do that? So scene.
Let's see if there's a thing for this. There might be.
Follow. I think I can say follow the null path.
Yeah, but then how are you going to restart it back up? Is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just
So
Oh, I see.
I might need to generalize this code so that we can recompute the path at any point in time, like the player from any location back home.
That's true. So you could just change it to be.
Yeah.
You can literally just change it to be location. No, because then you wouldn't be able to tell the. Okay, if you change your completion, if you change your change score by 1 code, then what you could do is you could just, instead of fire location, take that same code and put in location of my sprite.
Oh, so you're saying start loop. Wait, sorry.
Okay,
So-
so see how you're calculating the path right now, and you have
Yeah.
that set fire location right
Yeah.
there. So if you just put location of my sprite there, you'll get the same thing, but it'll be relative to wherever the sprite is currently.
Right. So the thing I worry about is the bottom isn't going to work for these sort of like horizontal locations.
Oh, I see.
But I think we could place a wall still.
But you always want to go to the fire. You're always going to the same endpoint.
Yeah.
So that changed.
Yeah. Here, I think I've got a handle on this. Let me make a function called get path to fire. And this will take in, we don't need to take in anything. Okay, so let's, grab all of this. Oh, actually, fire location never changes, so we'll just leave that alone. We're going to call start loop. So we're going to set the wall below the fire. We're going to compute the path to one below that. All this is actually correct, I think. And we can just return leg 1. Does that seem correct to people?
Well, it doesn't take into account where you currently are.
What if you did?
Path from, path
just
from,
that
so this needs to be hero instead.
Right, but now it won't loop.
So
Or
I can just recall this at the start of every loop.
Yes.
Yes, I think. Okay. It's not, super optimal, but we're only calculating this, once per combat or once per loop. So,
And it's not a big tile map.
yeah.
So what we're kind of referring to there is that when you have a big tile map, and especially one with a lot of open space, this is going to be A star can take a long time. I mean, that's because it has to, it kind of goes out, spreads out, it looks at all of the different tiles and says, like, am I there yet? And then kind of builds its own path from there. So it can end up doing a lot. But if you're doing it on a small tile map, it's fine. If you're doing it on a small tile map that literally only has one path you can go, it's not bad at all, which is in this case. So it should run pretty quickly.
Yeah. I think this will maybe degenerate if we're like right here.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, so set the wall, map to here, and then keep walking. Maybe I'll just make those 2 tiles special, honestly. I think that will just simplify things a little bit.
In any case, it won't matter particularly, because it'll just glitch out for a second and then it'll right itself.
That's true, right? And no enemies are going to spawn in that time. Whatever. We'll leave this as is then. Okay, so this will get it from the hero anywhere, hopefully back to the fire. So let's and yeah, we don't want to use leg 1 anywhere else anymore. So start loop. I think what I want to do is, so this spawns, yeah, so let's set leg 1 here to the value of our function, path to fire, and I think we also want to call this, we're going to call this again when we stop. Okay, I think this makes sense.
Yep.
Great. So when we hit the enemy, let's stop the player. So sprite, follow path. I think what we can do is say follow the null path.
Yeah.
So let's see how this works. Didn't like that.
It doesn't like that there's nothing in there, but so what you can do is just make a variable that you never assign.
Okay.
Well, actually, that might turn it into a 0. No, it should be fine. It should be fine.
Can I just put in a 0?
Probably the easiest. The other thing we do a lot is you do empty array get value at 0.
Empty array get value at 0.
Is essentially undefined.
Yeah. It's a little strange.
It works,
Maybe
though.
we should have some stop path primitive. I don't know. Okay, let's see how this works. We should stop at the first jelly now. I love how the jellies appear.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, we stopped. And now let's, I'm just going to say for some events so that I can control this, I want to continue path. And so, maybe I'm going to make a function called continue path. And that is just going to do this little bit right here. So that we can say call continue path there and here. All right, let's see how we do. So should stop at the first jelly. And it's gonna have trouble here. Yeah.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
Yeah, let's just destroy for now. Destroy.
Daryl, using the feature that we always forget exists.
Search. Got to call that doing it, Daryl. I have a PR somewhere for improving that search functionality. Maybe I should return that. Nice. Okay, so that worked.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so he glitches a little bit, but it's totally fine.
It's just like getting his bearings.
Yeah, he's like, where am I? That was quite a fight.
It's like the rebound from the jelly.
Oh, so interesting. Why did he walk to one above?
There was a jelly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed it, but it was there. It was.
Oh.
It was that
Destroyed
one.
the jelly and
Above,
hit it.
yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, exciting. Let's see. So when the player overlaps other spread of kind enemy, we want to do the little combat sequence.
Mhm.
So I think what I will do is add health bars to everything, and then just do a simple like back and forth, like you fight each other until combat's over. So I'm gonna get health bars.
All right, I'm not gonna help you with this one.
Yep. I think we've got it, approved list. All right, so now we can add health bars to things. If you haven't used this extension before, status bars extension, excellent extension, one of the best.
Would you say some of the extensions are bad extensions?
Well,
Which
no.
ones, Daryl?
I think, if I were to do things over, I would do Minimap differently. I think Minimap has a lot of confusing elements to it.
I don't have favorite kids. We just have kids who like better.
Yeah.
It's your exclusive tell-all.
Okay, so when we create the player, I'm going to add a health bar to them. So I'm going to set the status bar to create sprite of kind health. Sure. I'm going to rename this to hero health. And
You can just stick that on the player and then get it that way. I believe there is a nice little thing for that.
Nice. Yeah, right. I'm remembering now. Okay, so let's attach it to the hero and see how that looks already. Great, exactly like I expected. Let's take this bit of code. Can I select two blocks with shift or is it control?
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Okay, that's totally fine.
Just duplicate it twice and then stick them together and then you can move them.
Yes, and I will.
Sounds like there's a lot of blocks on your workspace, and you might want to clean and compact them.
I could. Well, I'll just keep going.
That long.
No, we'll do a Daryl. All right. Collapse all the blocks, format code. Now everything's organized. We don't really need this comment anymore. It didn't really help anything. Okay, so on start loop, we are spawning some enemies. So when we create this blob, let's add some health. So we are going to create, we'll do it, is this doing it after the animation? No, this is non-blocking, right?
It's non-blocking, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. We're creating a status bar of kind health. We're going to attach that to our friend / enemy, the blob, our frenemy.
No friend of mine.
No friend of ours. Okay, so we give them some health. We're going to want different levels of health here. So I'm going to set the value.
So the set value block also has the max value.
Excellent. So for status bar, we're going to set the max value to, let's say, blobs of 10, and we're going to have way more than 10. We're going to have.
It's 100 by default.
Oh, excellent. Okay. I'll make it explicit so that, you can think about it when you're tweaking the game stuff. All right. Let's set the max for our hero health to 100. All right. So now we have differing levels of health. And when we collide on player of kind, we are going to run our little combat sequence. So let me think how I want to do this. I want time to pass.
I have a pitch.
Yes.
Okay, so we just have a forever loop that's always going.
Mm-hmm.
And then we set in here we set currently fighting to this sprite.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the forever loop, we say if currently fighting,
Mm-hmm.
then they do attack, we do attack, they do attack, we do attack. And then when we defeat it, the currently fighting gets set to fight.
Great. I think that
that'll let you do the async pausing.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try my timers extension.
That works too.
I don't know if that's gonna do everything we need. But I'm gonna have those currently fighting
Be
variables.
careful. There's some gotchas with the timers.
Oh, they aren't working.
No,
all
they
the
work
time.
fine. It's the thing that it's the classic JavaScript. Just remember that they compile down to functions and not arrow functions.
Oh, right.
So if you want local variables, you got to do them inside of a function.
Right. Okay. So we don't want. I'm just gonna do after do. This isn't.
You could make a function called do fight that takes in the player and the other one, and then it calls itself at the end. After
I was thinking of them having different attack speed intervals. But
oh, I see. So both of them going in parallel.
Yeah.
You could also do, I guess, 2 forever loops and then have them like dueling that way.
Yeah.
But maybe you could. I mean, you could also just do 2 functions that call themselves.
Yeah. I'll just do. Let's do that. This. We're gonna have player attack.
Or you can even you can do 1. Okay, so you can do like do attack, and you take in the interval, and you take in the attacker and the attackee.
Oh yeah, from A to
way.
B.
Yeah.
Okay, do attack. Nice and general. Attacker. Attack. E. Definitely 100% a word. And we could just go super general here and say like attack speed. Or this is actually an interval.
Yeah, attack interval.
And then like damage. Sure. Nice and general. Okay, so.
I like how you spelled everything out except for damage.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so do attack is going to be, let's say they hit immediately, and then, or we can just do everything after a certain amount of time. We are going to have to get status bar of kind attached to, and we are going to decrement it. So we're going to change the attack ease status bar by the damage amount.
0 minus the damage.
So
Yes. Yes. Smart. Yeah, we don't want to heal them. All right. 0 minus the damage. Great. And then I think we can just say call attack with the same parameters. Think about this.
Don't forget to use the interval yet.
Right. So this should do an attack at an interval, and we need to be able to cancel this somehow. So we can just say if.
If you add Joey's sprite util, there is an is destroyed.
Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna check the health bar value.
Oh, that works too.
Joey with that.
Yeah. We'll just say if greater than 0, the value of the attackee's health bar is greater than 0, we keep attacking.
I think you want to do both actually.
Oh, right, because we don't. Right.
Because otherwise the blob will keep attacking after it dies.
That's true. Okay, so we need to make sure that they're both alive. So we have
the other way. You'll keep attacking the blob. I mean,
right.
Really rough.
Blob could be powerful. We haven't given damage values yet, right?
Both people must be. Oh boy, this is messy. I guess I should use that sprite utils is dead.
This is good. Keep it.
Sure.
The code's in there.
Attacker, attackee. Yeah, we never tried it, but I'm sure it works. Okay, great. So when we collide with them, we are going to kick off 2 do attacks. We're going to say do attack, and this is going to be from the sprite to the enemy. And the attack interval, man, I don't know. We'll have to play around with this. Let's make them like kind of long so that we can like see what's going on. And this will be 10.
Oh, so they just one hit them?
Oh, okay. Let's do this differently. And we're just gonna make this symmetric for now. I'm sure that we're gonna want to not do that. Oh, actually, so that we can see the interval being different, let's do, the enemy actually attacks faster,
But less damage.
Yeah, less damage.
but less damage.
Like
Okay.
wait. Actually, make it like
You have so much health though.
make it like 1 and make it like 100 for
Whoa.
the interval, so that it's like ticking you away. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Well,
We're not gonna be able to see it because this is gonna die in 2 seconds.
right.
201.
201. Sure. We can tweak. Okay. So the other thing that's very important here is I need some events for on status bar of kind, health 0, destroy sprite, and we're gonna want to get the sprite that status bar is attached to. This is gonna be a little weird because it'll just destroy our player, but whatever. Destroy sprite that is attached to. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So. Okay, so I think we will want. So I think we're having a null problem, where we destroy maybe attacker or attackee on the other loop is becoming null. What do we think?
I don't know, if you run the debugger though, you'll get to it pretty quickly.
All right, let's do that.
Debugging music right now.
Oh, okay, I'll do it since Joey's not here.
Okay.
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Debugging time.
Joey did ask in the comments if we're making Loop Hero.
Joey's in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
He said that. He said, is this Loop Hero?
It is.
And I said, no. With a lie.
Yes,
That-
this is
that-
indeed.
I can't take credit for that wonderful debugger music, by the way. That is my Joey original.
He is singing it in chat.
So okay, so what is null? So we attackee, is attackee null?
Let's see.
I don't see attackee on my locals.
Status bar of kind health attached to attackee. So I'm guessing what's null is the status bar. Does the status bar get removed after they get destroyed? Because I think the status bar,
Pause.
Right. So I think what's happening is the destroying is happening, then this is running, and it's now getting destroyed. So if you just put this inside of an if with the status bar of kind, and don't run it if this,
Status bar doesn't exist.
yeah.
Maybe I should do the sprite utils thing then, because then I could just check the attacker.
Should the if be inside the after interval do?
Oh,
That would work.
that would make more sense.
Actually,
No?
that's still gonna have the same thing.
Oh no.
Is it?
Yeah, it is, because it's we're just getting the value in here.
Is a good old time
Well-
check, time of use.
If
Time of check, time of use. Like you check something, but then you use it, but at that point it's already changed.
right.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, this might work. Can't it?
We'll try it. I'm not convinced.
Yeah. Richard's skeptical.
Oh.
Okay, Richard was right.
correct.
All right, so we
So
want to check.
yeah, so if you just
Is there like a
just in logic, you can just there's no
Oh,
easy way
look
to
at
do it.
a comment in chat
Yes.
saying, I think you can turn off status bar destroy once connected sprite is destroyed as an option.
Oh, go look at the
Oh,
status bar
really?
extension.
Ooh, who
status
was that?
bar?
Unsigned Arduino with another good idea.
Amazing.
Perhaps in this.
Smooth transition
Yeah, it's in smooth transition.
in here. Oh, right, this is the flags block. Everything. All right, so we're creating a blob.
We are gonna have to destroy it then, but we can do it inside of the
Yeah, right.
Auto destroy.
No auto destroy unattached. True. Excellent. So let's do that for.
Don't you think that's a star, Richard?
all right. It's a star for chat.
Is there now stars for like knowing how to use the extension?
Stars for good behavior, Daryl. I feel like that's
Good
pretty
behavior.
universal.
I
Yeah, for
see.
just coming up or seeing something we didn't see.
Right. Oh,
But
these are the bicycle stars.
I thought you didn't get a star if Vivian asked if somebody could get a star.
Well, I wouldn't give Vivian a star.
Fair.
But she asked on behalf of.
She asked on behalf of
I
chat.
always ask on behalf of everyone.
And I have nothing against chat. And it's true, Vivian's very good about pointing out star-worthy activities.
Oh, no enemies. Okay, let's see.
That's true. I got to our last time.
Wonderful.
Shannon, you're like in a beam of light.
Yeah, you're still warm. Shannon, do you want to come on the ground?
Yeah, that was me talking 15 minutes ago.
Do you want to do a swap? I can be on the beam
I'll
of
just
light.
slide down here.
I just feel like if you're in an RPG, Shannon's the one always talking. We are like disabled. Oh, but then you know.
I love it.
And so then when do we destroy it?
So if you do it in the else case,
Oh.
well, but then you want to check to see if it's 0, I guess.
Shoot.
Oh wow.
Maybe what we do want to do is just a big, big, ugly ant.
Oh no! Stop! Stop!
Yeah, I'm just gonna plow ahead here. Sprites alive. Gonna make a variable that is this first condition, and woof,
Shannon, if you lead your head back.
and then I'm gonna say new variable bars alive, and this is just gonna be an if where we just check the existence. Oh, can we not check the nullity straight in an and?
No, you have to assign to a variable, unfortunately.
Right. Okay.
But you can check if its value is 0, because if its value is 0, it should be safe to destroy it once this code runs, right?
But we already checked its value as bigger than 0. It had to be bigger than 0. So I'm changing it so.
New idea?
Yeah.
We destroy all sprites that are all status bars that are not attached to the hero after combat, and then we create them to start combat.
Just make it on the one you overlap with.
Well,
Don't make it for the other one.
actually, no matter what, we're going to have to detect when combat is over, because we're going to have to start walking again. So
Yeah. Right.
Okay, you want to hear my really dumb pitch?
Okay.
We make a variable called combat is done. Set it to 0.
Yes. All right. Yeah, because there's a singleton combat going on. No need to overcomplicate this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Combat, or let's just say in combat. And we will set in combat to false. And then when thing is 0, we're going to set in combat to true. Or false, sorry. And when we start to these do attacks, we're going to say in combat.
And then we want to get that
Yes.
remove that option we had before.
Right. Yeah, and then here we can just say
If in combat.
Yeah, if in combat. That's so much simpler. Okay, let's get rid of this. This
We did it.
feels so good to delete code.
What?
Stars all around.
That's a star for me.
Don't be greedy with me. I'm just, I feel like the star pipeline's kind of blocked right now. And I'm the fiber we need.
Look, I agree. We're gonna have more. We're gonna have more.
Oh wow, we
no.
got roasted.
Wow.
No.
Wait, that doesn't seem right.
It does not seem right. Yeah.
I feel like it's exponential.
Whoa.
Well, there's definitely a race condition.
Oh no, it's happening in the overlap event. So you're registering them over and over again.
So we want to say if overlap and if not in combat.
Well then,
probably.
or maybe. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
So if not in combat, then we want to start combat basically.
All right, we've got a good futility simulator going now.
Yeah.
We got him, roasted him. All right, so this is our end of combat indicator basically. So we set false, we destroy the thing, and then I think we just say continue loop.
Yeah, so you can just do continue loop. If you want to actually check to see if the hero died, you can say that if the status bar sprite attached to the status bar equals hero,
Here, maybe I'll just say if
Oh, that works
player
too.
destroyed, will game over lose.
That's good.
Um,
Yeah, and so now we have made a game where all you do is you go around and sleep until you eventually die.
Super interactive.
got him. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So let's see here. What could that be? Well, let's just use our debugger. Debugger time. Oh, we need 2 enemies. Okay. All right. So what's null? So
Ow. Ow.
attacky. We're thinking attacky must be null, right?
Oh, what's happening
What is
is
these variables in the debugger?
what's happening is the in combat is ending.
Mm-hmm.
The interval is slow. It gets to the next blob. The one goes again and is trying to attack the attacker.
Oh.
So what you want to do is instead of doing in combat as a boolean, set it to the sprite you're currently doing, and then we'll check is destroyed to say if we are in combat or not.
Right. Okay. Sure. Let's do that.
That's some fast.
Fast debugging.
That's some fast parallel thinking. That's like we always say.
So in combat 2, oh, again, we don't have null, whatever. We'll just say false. Is that going to cause problems? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. In combat, let's say we are going to be in combat with
No, that won't work. Will it work? No. Yeah.
because of type things.
Because of types things.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna say that we start in combat with ourselves.
Or just do 2 variables. Just do 2 variables. Yeah, just do 2 variables.
Delete the set here.
We'll have 2 variables. We'll have an in combat, which is a boolean, and we will have a thing we are combating.
Or you could just
Right.
delete this in combat.
I think I can make it work with 1 using the hero.
Okay.
So if we can just check the kind. No.
And then
We
you
can't
need
check
to
the
check if it's destroyed. And so
Yeah.
to do that, you need to add Joey's sprite utils extension.
All right, let's
And
do
we
that.
will now all watch as Daryl inevitably earns a quarter.
J Wonderall, sprite. It's gonna be arcade sprite utils. Yeah, arcade.
And that's a quarter.
No. Sprite util. Oh, it's just off on the plurality. There's more than one util function.
It says utils up here.
Yeah. Okay.
We have all fallen to the sprite util.
I feel like
extension.
Joey should get a quarter deducted. Okay. So since we're doing is destroyed, I think we're going to not do this weird single variable thing. Okay. In combat, back to being a boolean with you. Let's say we're in combat false, and then we're going to say combat target. We're going to set combat target to the sprite utils have a null sprite.
No, I don't think so.
That's just asking for too much.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna make. How do I make a null sprite?
Draw me.
Huh? Well, I don't know. Let's just set it a hero. I think this will be fine. So here we're gonna say, so if we're not in combat, and this should be fine. So set in combat to true, and then we're gonna set set combat target to the other sprite. Is that gonna work? So in combat now when all right, so if we're in combat and the target is who we think it should be in combat, and it can be one of 2 things, right? It can be the attacker or the attackee, can't it?
Yes.
So we want to say combat target equals the attacker, or oops, Control C, Control V, or
Never would have thought that this would be the thing that would trip us up.
the attackee. Yeah, this is a funny bit of little logic. Okay, let's. Okay, so that. Oh, we need 2 lined up right next to each other.
Yeah, okay, those two.
Okay, those 2 will do it. Okay, so that was fine. Got him. I'm not sure because we went around the corner.
Yeah.
We might need them on a straightaway.
Yeah, well, let's keep going until we get a good one.
Oof, man, I really love that corner.
I love that corner.
Oh,
there we
there's
go.
some straightaways.
Yeah.
All right.
Wonderful. We got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yay!
And now if we go around, bam, we got a new loop. Hey, I mean, this is basically a game.
This is pretty good, which is good. 'Cause we're basically at the end of time.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, in fact, maybe I'll just stop there because your score is just going to be the number of loops you made it around, and you'll get game over with a high score. You know, in the future, you could do things like healing at the campfire. I think a very cool thing would be you have a cursor, and then you can place tiles in the voids, and then those tiles affect things around them. So, like if I place, you know, a swamp here, the adjacent tiles are more likely to spawn swampy enemies or something.
Yeah.
And then you could have a whole loot thing. A lot of directions to go. But I'm gonna leave that there. So
New high score.
new high score of 2.
Yeah.
Woo! So how do we sign off for these things? Do we just say goodbye?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Daryl at Darzoo on the MakeCode forum.
Let go. I'm Vivian. I'm at livestream on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Hassan at Hassan on the MakeCode forums.
Lizzy.
I'm Lizzy, and I'm behind at MakeCode on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram.
I'm Richard on the MakeCode forum.
And an extra count on the MakeCode forums.
We'll see you next time.